The concept of space-based solar power, SSP, has been around for over a century and has taken on many forms as a science fiction trope and technical vision. SSP would involve launching machinery into space to harvest sunlight in an environment where the sun never sets. The energy would be wirelessly beamed back down to Earth as microwave or laser emissions, which can then be converted to electricity at ground stations. Theoretically, space-based solar power could provide a constant source of green, sustainable energy to the entire planet, day or night. Scientists have taken small steps towards SSP, such as launching solar cells into space, but the technology is still in the early stages of testing. Access to space is still incredibly expensive, and even if these technological and cost hurdles were to be cleared, space solar power is simply not competitive against Earth-based energy sources in the near term. The question for experts is not so much whether SSP can one day be scaled up to meet global energy demands, but whether it will ever emerge as a viable source of energy for the 21st century and beyond. So, is SSP a viable solution to meet global energy demands? And if so, what would it take to make it work? Welcome to the Juicy Truth. In this video, we'll explore these questions in more detail. What is space-based solar power and how close are we to it? The idea of SSP dates back over a century, and it has taken on many different forms since then. SSP expert John Mankins envisioned a concept called SPS Alpha, constructed from tens of thousands of mirrors that channel solar energy through a gigantic curved satellite, which was funded in 2014 as part of NASA's Innovative Advanced Concepts program. The European Sail Tower concept, proposed in 2001, is a 9-mile-long structure made of solar sails embossed with photovoltaic cells. These designs would require advanced technologies that could take decades or longer to develop. China is currently working on a plan to achieve its goal of building the first operational solar power plant in orbit sometime during the 2030s. But for the most part, these dreams of SSP are still in their early stages, and we need a lot more work to get the concept up and running, assuming there's a market for it. In May 2022, scientists launched the first solar cells into space to test out some of the fundamentals of SSP. The prototype, called the Photovoltaic Radio Frequency Antenna Module, PRAM, was developed by the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory and carried to orbit by the Air Force X-37B spaceplane. PRAM is designed to capture sunlight with its solar cells and convert it into microwave transmissions, one of the key mechanisms in a hypothetical space solar power system. The module represents an exciting advance into the testing phase of these concepts in outer space, but countless other missions will be required to figure out whether it is technologically or economically feasible to invest in SSP. What will it take to make space-based solar power work? One of the biggest challenges for SSP is the sheer cost of getting to orbit. Even with the rise of commercial space vehicles, it is still incredibly expensive to launch infrastructure off the planet, especially on the scale envisioned by some of the most grandiose SSP proposals. Additionally, space solar power is not competitive against Earth-based energy sources in the near term. Why is space-based solar power important for the future of energy? Despite the many obstacles and uncertainties associated with SSP, the concept remains an important area of research and development for several reasons. The technology offers the potential for a constant, renewable source of energy that is immune to issues like weather conditions and time of day. This could make it a key component in the transition to a low-carbon energy system, which is essential for mitigating climate change and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. The development of SSP requires advances in a range of technologies, including space transportation, energy storage, wireless power transmission, and materials science. Progress in these areas could have important spillover effects for other fields and industries, leading to innovations that improve our lives in a variety of ways. While the idea of space-based solar power may seem like science fiction, it is a concept that is being taken seriously by scientists, policymakers, and industry leaders around the world. While there are significant technological, logistical, and economic challenges that must be overcome, the potential benefits of SSP are too great to ignore. If we can figure out how to harvest solar energy in space and beam it back to Earth in a cost-effective and reliable way, we could have a constant source of green energy that could power our homes, businesses, and communities for generations to come. This could help us transition to a more sustainable, low-carbon energy system that is better for the planet and future generations. So while space-based solar power may not be a reality just yet, it is a technology that we should be keeping a close eye on in the years and decades to come. Who knows what the future may hold? If you found this video interesting, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, The Juicy Truth, for more videos about the latest science and technology news. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified whenever we upload a new video. If you have any thoughts or questions about space-based solar power, leave a comment down below and let's start a conversation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.